Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about isometric dot drawings. Isometric dot drawings are a way to show three sides of an object from a corner view. For example, this is isometric dot paper. And with isometric dot paper, we can draw three-dimensional figures. For example, if I start connecting some dots here, you're going to see pretty quickly what happens. Okay, so I'm showing a corner view here of a three-dimensional object, and what happens is basically this top corner of this rectangular prism right here is centered on me, and it looks like I'm looking down at that corner. Okay, and so what we do with this is we're going to draw three-dimensional figures based on diagrams that we're given. So here we go. Let's draw an isometric view of the given object. For clarity's sake, I am going to go ahead and draw in the color that these blocks are. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make this red block, this top block, in 3D, and you'll see what happens here. See, notice I am looking as if I'm looking down at the top. So this corner here is right here, and then I'm going to tack this green one on to the side, and note what I can see of this green block, right? Okay, I can see most of that green block. The yellow one underneath the red one, we can only see that much of it. Now we see this little corner back here, but that's really what connects this part. The blue one is below the yellow one. The orange one is on the corner. So we see two sides of that orange one. And this purple one is tucked away behind the rest of them. And so when I draw the purple one, you'll notice that's what I see of it. Okay? And so really, this is kind of turned in my isometric dot drawing. That's basically how we do this. Alright, so let's look at another example. Go ahead and try this one on your own, but I'm going to give you a chance to pause here, and then I'm going to draw it so you can see what it looks like when it gets done. Okay, so pause here, try to draw this one in your notes, but I'm going to go ahead and do it when we get done. Okay, you're back from the pause. So let's see if we can draw this. My first yellow one, and notice I always kind of start at the top because that gives me the best chance to get that top corner drawn. And next I'll have this purple one here. And of course, because we're centered on this corner here, that's going to be this corner. And it's good because we kind of get, it's more of an upward view looking down. Okay, so there's our purple block. We've got this red one tucked underneath, and notice I can see 1, 2, 3 faces of the purple, so I can see 1, 2, 3 faces of the purple here. 1, 2, 3 of the yellow, 1, 2, 3 of the yellow. Only one of the red, so only one red is showing. And the second yellow block, I can only see one. So I can only see one there. This is where it gets a little tricky because we have this cube coming in the front. So let's start with the orange part underneath here, and I know I can see the top and the side of the orange, and so that's going to kind of look like this. And then we've got this blue one that comes off the front here, so let's go ahead and try to draw that. Okay, so when I draw that blue one, notice I can see 3 faces of the blue, right? 1, 2, 3, so I can see 1, 2, 3 faces of the blue. And then I've got to figure out a way to tuck that green one in there. Okay, and so really this is that green block. Okay, so I really didn't have to do anything with it. It kind of just formed itself. And I'll just go ahead and finish off this orange one here. Okay, you see how this works. All right, once again, very important that we start practicing this. So go ahead and print out these notes, make sure you've got that. Isometric dot drawings are tough, but once you get the hang of it, I think you'll see that it's kind of a cool way to represent three-dimensional figures. All right, so that's isometric dot drawings. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time.